Hi everyone. If you're trying to shrink your drive in Windows but noticing you're not able to use the entire space, then I'll show what you can do so you can get it fixed. So to get started, going to go into Disk Management, Start Disk Management. So I have here my C drive. It's 476 gigabytes. And if I select it, right click, Shrink Volume. So I can shrink the drive up to 100,771 megabytes, or just under 100 gigabytes. But we can see here that the free space is 369 gigabytes. And if I cancel and I right click, go to Properties, we see it here as well, 369 gigabytes free. So I have my C drive, it's 476 gigabytes. My used space is 106 gigabytes, but it's not all sequentially written. Chances are there are fixed system files or defragmented files located near the end. So it could be, for example, a Windows paging file, hibernation file, or system file. It would be located around here, the 376 gigabyte mark, or roughly 100 gigabytes from the end of the disk, which is also the maximum amount of space that I can shrink that was seen earlier. And when I try to shrink my disk, I can't shrink beyond here because of the fixed files that are in use by Windows. And if it's in use by Windows, then it can't be moved. And if it can't be moved, then I can't shrink my disk the maximum amount. So there are some things that you can try, such as disabling the paging file, disabling hibernation, and more. But if all these other methods don't work, or you're concerned how Windows will react, then the quickest way to fix is to do a resize of the C drive outside of Windows. So I'll be using GParted to fix, which is GNU Partition Editor, an open source utility similar to disk management, but more powerful and versatile. And as always, it's a good idea to make a backup before starting. So I'm going to download GParted, going to gparted.org and go to download, and going to download the ISO. And once downloaded, you can boot this from a USB drive, or if you have a modern computer, you should be able to boot it from your hard disk. I'll go over both options. If you're going to use a USB drive, you can use Rufus to put the ISO onto the USB drive. So I'm going to download Rufus, going to rufus.ie and scrolling down, and going to download the portable version, and then go into your downloads folder. All right, and there are my two files, the GParted ISO and Rufus. And I'm going to be plugging in my USB drive. All right, it's been plugged in, and I'm going to run Rufus. Yes. Yes, I'll allow Rufus to check for application updates online. All right, and it started, and we see here that it selected my USB drive. And then boot selection, going to go select and select GParted. And you can leave the defaults and hit start. Write in ISO mode, yes, okay. And this is a download required window for Grub, let's hit yes. And this is for syslinux, going to hit yes. And Rufus gives a warning, all data on my USB drive will be destroyed, which is expected as I'm writing the ISO file. All right, and it's completed. Close. If you don't want to use a USB drive, the other option is to boot it from your hard disk. So I'm going to select the GParted Live ISO, going to mount it, hit enter or right click and mount. And we see here it's mounted on my D drive. And I'm going to go back into disk management. And so we see it here, the D drive, and I've mounted it here in Windows, so it's only going to be seen here. So to make it available during boot up, I'm going to create a new partition so that it's bootable. So I'm going to use some free space on my C drive. I'm going to select it, right click, shrink volume, and the size of it is 619 megabytes, so I'll just do 650, shrink, and there's my unallocated space. Select it, right click, new simple volume, next, next, next. File system will be FAT32, and the volume label, I'll label it as ISO, next, finish. All right, and there's my new F drive. Going back into Explorer, copy everything on my D drive, go to my new F drive, and paste. All right, now that you have GParted available, either on a USB drive or on a partition, and we're going to boot from it. I'm going to restart my computer and go into the BIOS. If you're booting from the USB drive, change your boot order so that it boots from the USB device. And if you're booting from the hard disk, you can do a one-time boot into GParted. It's labeled as UEFI OS, and how I can confirm that, go back into Windows, open up a command prompt as administrator, type in bcdedit /enum firmware, and at the bottom you can see there's partition F, the F drive that was created, and the description UEFI OS. All right, we get the grub menu for GParted Live. I'm going to select the first option, and here it's asking to configure console data. Select the default don't touch key map, and here's the language. I'm going to keep the default 33 US English. And here it's asking about the graphical environment. Keep the default, which is 0, or enter. All right, and I'm in GParted. I'm going to full size the window here. And so at the top right, it has my drive selected. And so I'm going to look for my C drive. It's labeled as dev SDA3, and it's the NTFS partition, and it's 475 gigabytes. And 103 gigabytes is used, and 372 gigabytes is unused. And SDA4 is the partition where it has my ISO. So going back to SDA3, and I'm going to resize it. So right click, resize, and then I'm going to drag the slider all the way to the left so that the size is as small as possible, and then resize move. And then we see at the bottom, one operation pending, and then I'm going to hit the check mark to apply, and then apply. And so it's going to shrink the drive. It's going to be using NTFS resize, and depending on the size of your disk, this may take a little bit of time. All right, it has completed. And if I go to details and I expand, and we can see here that it took 30 minutes to complete, and it did a calibration, then it checked the file system, and then it shrank the file system, as we can see here. And I'm going to hit close. And now I'm going to resize again, but in the opposite direction, and this won't take that long. So selecting my C drive again, dev SDA3, right click, resize move, and drag the slider, use all the space, resize move, and apply, apply. All right, it has completed. If I go to details and I expand, and so we can see here this took 22 seconds. Close, close GParted, and I'm going to exit and reboot. Okay. And here it says, please remove the live medium, close the tray, and press enter to continue. So if you're using a USB drive, you can unplug and you can hit enter, and it's going to reboot back into Windows. And if you had booted from the partition, it will also just boot back into Windows. All right, I'm back in Windows. Go into disk management, and there's my C drive. If I select it, right click, shrink volume, and we see here the volume you have selected to shrink may be corrupted. Use check this to fix the corruption problem, and then try to shrink the volume again. And so this message is expected, as I had just done a resize outside of Windows. So it wants to verify that everything is okay. I'm going to do a check disk. Open up command prompt as administrator. Yes. Check disk /F, and then the C drive. And it says here, cannot run because it's in use by another process. Would you like to schedule this volume to be checked the next time the system restarts? Yes. And it'll be checked the next time it restarts. So I'm going to reboot now. All right, the check disk has completed and it's just rebooting again. And I'm back in Windows. Open up disk management. And there's my C drive. Right click, shrink volume. And there's 377, 969 megs available. And the free space here is 369, so it's consistent. And I'm going to cancel. And if you have put GParted on a separate partition, this is no longer needed. Right click, delete volume. Yes. And I'm going to extend my C drive. Next, next, finish. And that's it. That's how you can shrink your drive in Windows if you're not able to use the entire space. I hope this video has been useful, and I thank you for watching. Bye now.